Hello, and welcome to another edition of Grammy's Protein Kitchen. I've been on a health journey since 2024 and have been able to lose about 70 pounds with the help of a GLP-1 medication. Today, I'm going to make some pineapple chicken. I've like when we go to the grocery store sometimes for something quick, I'll pick up some of the frozen, I think it's Healthy Choice makes a pineapple chicken, and it's nice to have on hand to grab if there's no leftovers or something to take for lunch the next day. But I'm going to try to make it myself without the box. So I have everything basically prepped here. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to cook up the chicken. I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken here. I'm going to heat my pan. I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan and put that in, let that get warm, and then I'll throw the chicken in and we're going to cook it up. I'm going to have, obviously, I'm going to put pineapple in it since it's pineapple chicken. And there's going to be garlic and soy sauce and honey and apple cider vinegar. Got sugar snap peas and edamame. Always have problems with that word. So hopefully I'll get it right. Edamame, I've got spring onion. So it's all going to combine. Oh, I've got some rice back here on the stove. I cooked it up. It's still warm, but that'll go in here then too. So let me throw the chicken in this pan and we'll get that going. Like I said, it's about 1.5 pounds and I have it cut in, I think, bite-sized pieces. And you put that into the sink. So I'll cook this up and I will be back once it's cooked. It should probably take about 8 minutes or so. And I'll be back. And once it's cooked, then we'll get everything all put together. Okay, I'm back now. And the chicken is just about cooked through. I'll check then by cutting one of the bigger pieces in here. I know they're all basically the same size, but there's a few that are bigger than others. Let's see. All right, and that looks like that's cooked through. So I have a plate here. I'm going to remove the chicken from the frying pan. So I'm going to put it all on this plate. So then we'll make up the sauce. And then everything will go back into the pan. And then we can enjoy dinner. I think it's going to be my lunch for most of the week. And maybe I'll freeze some. I'm going to leave the broth in there that is left from there. I have here about 2 cloves of garlic that is going in the frying pan. And we need to cook that for about 30 seconds or so. And then we'll start adding the other ingredients for our sauce. Okay. And then I have some reduced sodium soy sauce. And I need 1/2 cup of that. And that's going in the pan. And then with the pineapple, I have a can of pineapple tidbits in 100% juice, and I need 1/3 of a cup of the pineapple juice. So that's going in there. We'll be using those pineapples later then too. I have some honey, and I have 2 tablespoons in my measuring cup. And I've heard that if you spray the measuring cup with some cooking spray, the honey doesn't stick so much. And that came out very nicely. So yes, that trick does work very well. And then I have some apple cider vinegar, and I've got a tablespoon of that I'm going to dump in. And I'm going to get that simmering. Let me grab my whisk and stir it with that. Let me stick that. All right, and now I am going to add, I've got a teaspoon of cornstarch mixed with a tablespoon of water. Let me just stir that a little bit because it separates. Okay, and that'll help thicken the sauce. And we'll let that thicken a little bit. And then we'll be adding everything back into this. Okay, I've got the chicken that's going back in. And I have a cup of the pineapple, and that's going in. And now I have the edamame. I had a bag and it was in the shells, so I cooked it up in the microwave and then I shelled them. But so I just have the beans part in there, and that'll add some extra protein. And then I also have some sugar snap peas that were frozen in a bag, and I heated those up. And I just thought those sounded good in here. And then I also have some spring onion. I have probably about a 1/4 cup. And I'm going to stir that in here. At this point, I probably should have a scraper and not my whisk. Grab a scraper out. Oh. I'm going to fold the rice in here in a minute too. Okay, here's my rice. It's all going in here. Okay. And that's looking really good. Okay. Let me grab, I've got a bowl here. I'm gonna just grab a scoop of this. Turn that off. But there it is. I think I have a little bit of everything here on my fork. And let's give it a taste. It's really good. In all, I figured this is probably about 6 servings. That gives everybody, what, a half a pound of chicken, because I have a pound and a half in there. So, but for 6 servings, this has about 347 calories, about 33 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fiber. So I'm gonna pack this up in individual containers, put them in the refrigerator, and grab them out for lunch this week. And probably eat some more, because even though it's almost bedtime, I didn't really eat dinner because I took a nap this afternoon. So this was pretty good. I think I'll keep this and try and do this again. And then be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next video. And if you have any ideas that you would like me to try to make, a TV dinner that you like, or something like that, we can try making that high protein and see how that goes. And I'll see you on the next one.